Hey everyone, this is Trolden. Have you ever wondered what my favorite 2020 games are? Well, you probably don't give a shit, but I'm still gonna make this video. When I was a kid, I didn't really have a PC or console. We used to visit our family members in another town on Christmas, and for an entire week I had access to, at the time, the best game ever made, Crash Bandicoot 2.
I just flew in from the new ruins level and boy are my arms tired.
Over time, I got my hands on the first and the third games, and so the Bandicoot trilogy has forever defined my taste in gaming. To my disappointment, new franchise entries since then have been lackluster. Until now. Crash 4 really is the perfect sequel to my favorite trilogy. The gameplay is the snappiest and most responsive it's ever been. The music feels nostalgic but does not rely too heavily on what came before. And the environments are gorgeous. This game would have been a lot higher in the list if it wasn't for one giant flaw. Fucking collectibles. If you are never satisfied with a game until you 100% it, or in this case 106% it, then just don't bother. I enjoyed the difficulty for the most part, but at some point it becomes just too much. Spider-Man Miles Morales. The game is, as some would say,
full of the exaggerated swagger of a black teen.
I think I enjoyed it a lot more than the original because the story was smaller and more focused. The collectibles were meaningful, and it was the first game I played on PS5, so it will always hold a special place in my heart. You've probably heard enough about the gameplay. Combat is extremely satisfying visually. They removed the stupid stealth sections and the city traversal. Makes you feel like Spider-Man. Astro's Playroom is the free game you get with your PS5. For free! Take notes, Nintendo. I didn't expect much over here and couldn't get excited despite all the glowing reviews, but the moment you hold your DualSense and launch the game is when it all clicks. When it grabs you and doesn't let go until you complete it. Yakuza Like a Dragon is a very fun game. Ichiban, a new protagonist, is a big fan of Dragon Quest and has an imagination of a child. This is why instead of fighting like you normally would in a Yakuza game, you use your homeless teammate to attack your enemies with pigeons and booze. Seriously, just check out the revival ability from the homeless job.
Oi, 大丈夫か? Oi, 仕方ねえ。人工呼吸だ。
When the game is at its best, it reaches the quality that I could not possibly expect. But around chapter 12 you need to do a lot of farming, which completely killed the pacing for me. The game is in this weird limbo where it's easy for 98% of the time, but then the other two make you miserable. If you enjoy over-the-top drama with well-written dialogue and turn-based combat, I definitely recommend this one. No previous Yakuza knowledge is required, although it enhances your experience quite a bit. I also recommend playing with original dub and English subs, otherwise you might miss some real gems.
Can you tell me how to get to the station? Go! Straight! And turn right! Go, go, go! Go your way! Believe yourself!
Demon's Soul. There's not much to say here. Old game, new graphics, very pretty. It also happens to be my first Souls-like game that I've ever completed. This was my gateway to play all the other From Software games. And I must say, now that I've played most of them, Demon's Souls is probably the easiest one, and I think if you've never played Souls-like game before, this is the place to start. Every Naughty Dog game is polished to perfection, and The Last of Us Part 2 is no exception. I think enough time has passed and you can safely say you loved this one without making a bunch of people mad. I honestly believe this to be Naughty Dog's strongest game by far, both in terms of gameplay and story. The Last of Us Part 2 is without a doubt one of the most memorable games I've ever played, but it narrowly misses the number one spot for me because of two reasons. The gameplay gets slightly repetitive towards the end, and my game of the year felt almost entirely flawless to me. Hades is the kind of game you could write game design books about. The gameplay loop is unmatched. The game gives enough control to the player to make each run matter, but still stays fresh and compelling each time. You want to keep exploring, you want to keep talking to everyone and build relationships. You want to max out your weapons in the mirror. I don't think I've ever felt this motivated to keep playing the game because of all the systems that devs put into place. There are also so many little things that make this game special, like when you have a fishing spot or a chaos portal on the map, you can hear a sound effect that immediately tells you what to do. At some point, your character gives a nickname to one of the bosses, so the boss gets a name change for the rest of the game. Each time you give Cerberus a snack, there's some funny text at the top. There are just a lot of great examples. Combat tends to be hectic, but there is a certain rhythm to all the action that makes it very easy to read. And the music. The music.
Let's see you deal with this.
Hades is one of the best roguelikes ever made, and this game will be played and remembered for many, many years to come. Thanks for watching. I would love to talk more about games in the future, so if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and leave a comment. And until next time,